Hey guys, today we're in the book of Joshua, chapter 15. So yesterday we saw that Caleb, who was in the tribe of Judah, came up and said, "Hey, do you remember what God and Moses promised me?" And so Joshua and Eleazar gave Caleb his land. So now in chapter 15, it's the beginning of all the allotments. And we see here now they're going to give the allotment of land to Judah, right? Caleb was in Judah. He gets a special place because he was one of the spies. But now all of Judah gets their allotment. And what I want to say before these next couple chapters, these are a lot of places and cities and rivers and borders. And so when you read these, it is hard to read. It's hard to understand. The best way to explain it is these are real places with real people, and just proves the Bible to be true. And so even though you might not care that much for it, just reading through it, it's a lot of things that we don't know today. It was very important and proves the Bible to be true. But a couple things I want to point out to you in chapter 15, right? So 15 is about Judah. When you're reading through, it's talking about where the north, the south, the east, and the west. In the middle of this, verses 13 through 16, this is all about Caleb and Caleb's family, where he goes. And then the rest of 15 continues about Judah. But what's important is the very last verse. Notice verse 63. But the Jebusites, who were the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the people of Judah, could not drive out. So the Jebusites dwell with the people of Judah at Jerusalem to this day. It says they could not drive them out. Now, we've seen what God has done. God has done some amazing miracles in all that has happened. So when it says that they could not drive them out, it is not saying God was not strong enough. It is not saying God's power was not greater than the Jebusites and the God of the Jebusites. What it is saying is that the Judah, right, the tribe of Judah, who took over this land allotment of the south, they did not have the faith and did not rely on God to drive out the Jebusites. Remember, God strictly told them when they go into the promised land to drive out everyone, to get rid of the enemy, right? Remember, the holy and the unholy cannot touch. This is the book of Leviticus, right? So they must drive out the unholy. But here we see at the last verse of chapter 15 that Judah does not drive out the enemy. They do not follow God's word. And we will find out later as we continue to read the Old Testament, it is not until King David comes in 2 Samuel chapter 5 that he will drive out and destroy all of the Jebusites. So there's a lot of time to pass until this happens. And so chapter 15 is all about the land allotment for Judah. Hope that makes sense, and we'll see you tomorrow in chapter 16. God bless.